Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Stellaris. Today's beverage is nice and chilled. That's a very nice lemon and lime juice drink. Spot on. So welcome back to Stellaris, and specifically welcome to the latest, as of the time recording, DLC, which is the Stellaris Overlord DLC, which adds a lot of new stuff, but is mainly focused around vassalization and altering your subjects. So this is going to be a bit of a different video from what I've done previously. It's going to be hopefully a fairly short summary video of what I've been playing, which is this game in particular has gone on for about 10 hours now. My thoughts and feelings on the DLC, I'll show you some of the new stuff. It's not exhaustive. If you're not seeing Stellaris at all, this video is not for you. I won't be going into the basics of the game. There's plenty of other videos for that, as well as I've done several series on the game in the past. But yeah, I'm just going to sort of show you what I've been playing, show some of the new stuff, and share my thoughts and feelings on it. So yeah, this is that. Let's crack on into it. We've got some research. Let's go for gamma lasers, because why not? So let's just set the scene. This is a normal difficulty game, 400 stars, so classed as small, just to sort of get into it as well. And we've cranked up the endgame crises by 5 times, so the endgame crisis should be problematic at best. And I think we've also done the same thing for the fallen empires. But yeah, the fun's going to be in finding out. I'm currently playing the Vryn League. The Vryn League are a holy tribunal. We have the governing ethics of pacifist and fanatic spiritualist, with civics of exalted priesthood, police state, and diplomatic corps. The latter two seems to be in a bit of contention with one another. And our origin is Teachers of the Shroud. There's several new origins. I won't go through them all. One of them, well, this is one of them. There's another one where you start as an underground civilization. Another one, a hive mind with specific ships that make you really good. But if you don't have those ships, they're really bad. And there's another one that is to do with, you have a mega structure near you which can teleport you. I think it's a quantum catapult. Don't think there's one in this game, but essentially it allows you to teleport, pretty much like the original Stellaris. Like, we're talking version 1.0 Stellaris, where you could build like the wormhole stuff. Yeah, that's gone back a little bit. When was that? 2014? Good grief, getting old. I was at 16. Anyway, it matters not. So yes, Teachers of the Shroud. Long before their first steps into the galactic stage, this civilization has been supported and shaped by a Shroud Walk coven. Gains the latent psionics trait, so you start off with some sort of psionics to begin with, so no longer do you have to go for some sort of spiritualist or be lucky when you're doing certain events to unlock all that psychic stuff. And then eventually, I'm guessing anywhere, which a lot of people go this way, is to have a little chat with the Shroud. The Shroud, there it is. And yeah, you can have a little chat with the entities in there. More on that later. Yes, we've also got, if we go over to here, like I said, you've got these different covens, and we can say, yes, the Prophets of the Shroud. Let's just go and see what they are like, and I'm going to unpause it because it looks really cool. So this is one of the new people you can talk to, and apart from looking really cool and enigmatic, and it's also got a shrouded avatar defending their system. Wouldn't like to annoy those guys. Essentially, these are guiding your empire. All of the tenets we hold in the Prophets of the Shroud, few are held more dearly than this. Even those as elevate ourselves can be sure of finding our fellows in the galaxy. So, fellow Ascendant One, how may we serve each other? So they're all about working together with other people that like Shroud. So you can ask about their fate and go away. Ask about the fate and send a teacher to give us bonuses. You can also ask for insight. So I'm going to ask for insight on the Absorbers. It costs a fair bit of influence and energy, but it hopefully will work out. Just to set the scene as well, as I said, 400 stars. I'm actually been playing this game multiplayer with a friend. They are playing the I've Got My Eye on You entity, which is, yeah, I mean, you know, the Bance is totally legitimate. Up there with the best of them. Naturally friendly in a galactic in a federation and such, so everything's working out. They are playing one of the other origins, the new ones, which is to do with having really cool ships that are really good, but if you don't have them, you are really bad. And yeah, they have a vassal. It's this one. I have a vassal. It's the United Clen Worlds, as well as technically a protectorate of this corporate alliance, which has 2 systems. And as I mentioned, the big focus of this DLC is dealing with your vassals. So you can go to agreements now and you can see what you have going. So the United Clen Worlds, they are our vassal, and we have the Corporate Alliance, which are the Protectorate. There are obviously slight difference to each one, but instead of previously you get them on your side as a vassal or whatever, and then you can choose to integrate them or not, now what you can do is alter the terms of your negotiations. So you've got essentially an overall loyalty rating. So if you're favourable with them, their loyalty is going to go up, which obviously increases. That gives you some, basically affords you some advantages. They're not going to kick off or moan about things. If you go the other way, and yeah, they have a reduction in this one, it could be problematic. But you can have put like, you've got voting options, you've got subject integration, you can tell them how much resources they're going to give you. Now, this is a very diplomatic thing, isn't it? Like, you say, oh look, we're working together, there's a bit of to and throwing and whatnot. But if you're playing an air quotes like evil empire where you're just taking over vassals and you don't care about this, you would think that the loyalty, you don't really care about loyalty. That's not really why you're doing it. So it does affect that in some ways. But you can say like, right, look, all of our defensive conflicts come in was, yeah, there's a lot of focus here and a lot of change. It reminds me very much of the galactic community. You can really sort of tweak things. Similarly, you can also pretty much leave this alone if you don't want to deal with vassals, so it's got that as well. Haven't fully delved into all of this. I've had on different game a fair look at it, and I was actually the vassal of a different empire, and there's some back and forward you can go for, so that's pretty good as well. But yeah, it just gives you some more options. Whether or not that equates to more fun, well, it depends how you play the game, I guess.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
The spirits have definitely granted us new wisdom. Ooh, there's initial ascension perks and unity ambitions. We're going to pick that one up as a rare technology. Speaking of technology, we have some technology improvements. If I zoom out, you may be able to see, although it might be difficult depending on the device you're watching this on, that some of these jump routes are a little bit thicker. And that's because one of the new things in the game, and I do think this is potentially game-changing, is the hyper relay. Now, apart from looking dangerous if you crashed into it, it is very, very powerful. Essentially, it connects that relay up to adjacent relays, which allows for almost instantaneous travel. So previously, for example, if you came in to here from this area, in order to go to, say, the other side, you would have to travel across the entire system, which is still technically true. But if we went to then this next one, like here for example, we'd come out here and we'd have to travel all the way across this way. Now, if I say go here and unpause it, we'll go to the relay. It takes a little bit of time to spool up. Not instantaneous, but then it transports to that relay. It then spools up on that relay and then heads to that one. And it means that getting around your potentially very large systems is pretty much instantaneous now. What's this? The profits. It is said that within the Shroud every mind casts its shadow. During our meditations, the wavering of a certain mind was laid bare to us. A trusted voice whose loyalty is not as steadfast as it appears. Their duplicity is your gain, no doubt they'll prove a willing asset. Okay, that's the end of that apparently, me finding out more about... Hang on. More about these guys. Oh, I've got more visibility, have I? Interesting. Oh, the purifiers are inferior, pathetic. I don't think I'm too worried about that one. And just to also answer maybe an inevitable follow-up question about these relays, do they connect to other people's? Yes, they do. They're all generic. So if you have got closed borders, obviously it's not going to work out. If you've got open borders, yeah, you can basically connect up things. Very, very different. That's, like I said, potentially game-changing. And I found it to be very powerful. I think I was attacked up here when this guy kicked off. Managed to just go over there really quickly. Wasn't too much of a problem. The Shroud wants a little chat, which is potentially a bad thing, but let's just have a little chat with them. Sure enough. Where are we at? The Shroud. Diplomacy. So, we see, and yet we do not see. There is much to learn about this place. Reach into the Shroud. For a fleeting moment, we are lost, and a sense of utter panic washes over us as we contemplate the eternity spent within the Shroud. Then we regain our footing, and the terror recedes. Boon, increased ship speed, medium chance of success. Boon, weapon strength, low chance of success. We're going to go with increased ship speed. Powerful psychic backlash is bounced back through our conduit within Shroud. Brilliant, and it seems to be affecting our ships. And we are now moving probably slower. Yep, 20% slower. So speaking of the Shroud, there seems to be more stuff added. I always thought of the Shroud as it was the weird, wonderful... It was space magic. But you also had this sort of otherworldly entity that's there. The sort of like elder gods type, something watching over the universe, something from beyond a different dimension or place of understanding. They've pretty much doubled down on that, and it's very much like going into agreements with entities that may not have your best interests in mind, and some of it does seem to, like say, take the weird magical side, it takes that edge off, which is a shame. It's more about like, there's an elder god that really wants to eat your whole species, don't agree with everything. Oh, that's oh, I think that's the, is it the, oh, there's that, what is it, that tube that gives you technology. It's Vija, I think. We will study it, our enigmatic guests. Only takes 3 months. What else has changed? I think there's been modifications with empire size. Certainly the edicts, yeah, you've got edict funds and such, although that might have been altered previously. Situation log has been overhauled a bit, and it does seem a bit more streamlined, but there is a couple of things that you would think would still, which should go into anomalies, but it sticks in here and you can't automatically research it, which is potentially an issue. Interesting. Pieces of a puzzle. Various research stations across the Empire have detected subtle distortions in hyperspace spent around a starbase at... there. Oh. Okay. Right. So, furthermore, allies in the League of Electric Powers support similar phenomena. Ah, yes, we will just say yes, we will agree to research that, but obviously others have to vote on it as well. We also have some more tradition stuff to do. But yeah, the main focus really, as far as I can delve into it, is to do with the agreements and such. And after a game and... where are we on? Yeah, game and a half. About 15 hours worth of total play. The relays are really good. Can't get enough of those. The origins seem quite interesting. I think there's 5 or 6. 5, maybe. I've only tried 2 of them. 3 of them. My mistake. I've tried this one we're playing now. The one where you start as the vassal of another empire, a technologically advanced empire. That obviously gives you like negotiations and stuff, which is pretty good. And also the one where you start with the dimensional jumper thing. However, the latter is very situational because it starts off wrecked and you have to build the thing. And once you've built it, you can only jump so far. And when you jump, it's got a circle, and you jump wherever you put that circle. It's random, like whatever's encompassed in that. Yeah. Good for maybe jumping on other ships and getting places to colonize stuff. Not so much else. Maybe late game when it's fully upgraded and you can teleport across the galaxy. That could be potentially interesting. But so far, overall thoughts and feelings are positive mixed. I say mixed because it was hideously buggy when I first played this. I played this on... I think it was the day of release, a couple of hours before public release. And the whole vassal thing was just... it just didn't work. They would not accept any agreements. It was just... wasn't working out. Luckily, there's been a hotfix, and a very big hotfix. So by the time you watch this, most, if not all of those bugs have been ironed out. So not an ideal way to kick the door off the hinges releasing the game, and the DLC, should I say. But at least a quick reactive patch to fix the things. Whether or not you want to still delve into the vassal stuff is really down to your playstyle. I have previously never really been too keen on dealing with vassals and dealing with all of that because of the AI. Now, it does seem to be improved, and you've got more fine control over it. Whether or not you care about that is really up to you. It depends on how you play. I'm going to be playing more with it, and I do have another game going where I say I am a vassal. So it's interesting going through that. But it's more Stellaris. Would I rank it up there as one of the best DLCs? No. No. Is it essential? Well, unless you want to deal with vassals, probably not. But there are some improvements that come with a free patch, and, well, Stellaris. I'll pick up almost everything that it releases. But so far, it just appears to be a fairly decent chunk, and hopefully to be improved upon. This is not an exhaustive list, and obviously is a bit sort of rambly and just showing you what I've been playing, which is why it's not for everybody. However, a couple of other things of note. Lots more flag colours. Might not mean much, but it does give you more options. Species portraits, humanoid particularly.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
There's another megastructure that's basically like a ring, a halo ring that goes around a planet, and it protects you from invasions and things like that. It makes you a lot harder when it comes to the defensive side of it. So that's pretty good as well. Either way, looking forward to see what the DLC has more to offer. They've changed corporates to holdings now, because you can have holdings on your vassals and such. So yeah, we'll see how things get on. AI has been improved when it comes to fleets as well. I've seen a lot more death balls, and rather than them just going in and getting wrecked, which is yeah, better than the previously. But let me just send these guys over to. Oh, have those guys gone? That's a shame. I was about to send my fleet that's just come back to defeat the pirates, but looks like they couldn't take out a station. Good for those. And I'm also in breach of galactic law because I have not got military readiness sorted. I need to sort that out there. Either way, that's been a brief and sort of rambly look at Stellaris. Didn't want to make a long video because I know all these Stellaris videos are not extremely popular, but some people do still like to hear it, and I've been playing it, so it is what it is. Seems fair to put a video out. Hope you have enjoyed it. If you want to see some more Stellaris in the future, would like a series, whatever, then by all means, let me know in the comments and your thoughts and feelings on the DLC as well. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic pardons.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
Indeed.